Have you ever think that this COVID-19 pandemic will be end next month, tomorrow, or even 1 hour ahead? Just like we're predicting the end of a conflict when we're watching a movie, it will end in 1 hour. On 11th March 2020, the WHO carried out a virtual press conference and confirmed our fears. COVID-19 was declared a pandemic. With such a high risk and massive explosion of spreading, the world braced itself for the impact. Lockdowns were imposed. It's been more than 1 year since we live in this pandemic situation. This situation forced us to do social distancing, and almost all activities were done online, especially the teaching-learning process. It's almost 2 years. Imagine 2 years online learning. Don't you miss the situation of being in your class? Or maybe the smell of a green yard? Or the sound of a bell ringing? Me and my friend practically have never been standing in a hot place under the sun every Monday in high school for a flag ceremony. All of us definitely want to go back to the days where we come to school every Monday to Friday, learning and talking with our friends at school, right? And all of that can come through by being vaccinated. That's why we should prioritizing vaccination for the educational sector. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Arantza. I'm from Tri State Senior High School, Pekalongan. And today I will talk about prioritizing vaccination for the educational sector. Ladies and gentlemen, once somebody told me, "Are you a pandemic era student?" That question has been asked to me for more than once. Many people ask me that question. And they have a thought that pandemic era students have the easiest way to get good grades. But the fact is, many students got learning loss in this situation. Do you know what is learning loss? Learning loss is a situation where a person or student loses interest in learning, which greatly impacts the child's knowledge and skills will decrease significantly. Many students need practical learning. But unfortunately, in the online learning, we rarely do practical learning. They get bored if the lesson is always theoretical. Therefore, learning loss happens in the online learning process. Because the future of this nation depends on young prohibition, so the government should pay attention to this case. The government should find how to restore the education in Indonesia. We should consider how is this nation's future with that kind of quality of education and students. Besides that, we also have to consider the mortality case of teenager and kid in Indonesia. Based on COVID-19 Handling Task Force data, cumulatively until July 16, 2021, there are 777 children in Indonesia died because of COVID-19. The highest percentage of mortality rate is in the 0 until year age group, followed by the 16 until 18 years age group and the 3 until 6 year age group. So we can conclude that children and youth are also susceptible to coronavirus. Meanwhile, around me, I still often see some parents prohibit their children to get vaccinated. They also say that it is not an important thing for children. They say that children's immunity is stronger than adults. Therefore, children have a small chance to get infected. Even if they got infected, they can survive easily. Ladies and gentlemen, why there are still many people that doesn't want to get vaccinated? It's because there are a lot of misleading information and discouragement about the vaccine itself. Internet sources tend to show the side effects of the vaccine to maintain that neutral side. Because of that, many people focus straight into the bad side of it, regardless of the good side. That creates a consolidation of personal beliefs and adds into their personal belief in avoiding vaccine. Another high factor on why people refuse to be vaccinated is because of fear. Some of them are afraid of needles, some of them are afraid of the artificial material and chemicals inside the vaccine, some of them afraid of getting the virus, and etc. On the contrary of those misleading info, I generally agree that the government prioritizing vaccine for the educational sector. It will provide vital solution towards effective education and the safety of the young generation. The government poses various vaccine priority, such as Sinovac, AstraZeneca, Sinopharm, Moderna, Novavax, Pfizer, and etc. And its viruses have different percentages of immunity. 95% for Pfizer, 94.5% for Moderna, 65.4% for Sinovac, 62.1% for AstraZeneca. And it might be some side effects after vaccination, such as mild cold, fever, nausea, and etc. But those are only effects that need to be experienced in order to have greater immunity, such as if you want to learn riding a bike, you have to fall down first and get bruises. So, The must-have way of thinking is first, some people say that children's immunity is stronger than adults. Therefore, children doesn't need to be vaccinated. But I think people who got strong immunity still need to be vaccinated to make them more safe. Second, even if the school can be held offline without educational sector got vaccinated, it is not effective because maybe there will be some people who got positive tested of COVID virus and the school will be held online again. So ladies and gentlemen, do you miss your kids going back to school? Or maybe it's you who wants to go to school? We can help the government to bring back the education by educate people and keep educating people that vaccine is important for everyone. Ronald J. Sider ever said, no one can do everything, but everyone can do something. And together we can change the world. So let's get vaccinated and bring back the wonderful world. Don't forget to wear your mask and stay healthy. Thank you.